Let's take a look at Roman numerals a little bit closer and focus what they are in a major key. So right now we're in the key of C major, C major, in the key of C major, and so this way we don't have to deal with accidentals or anything else. But everything that we're going to talk about is going to be true of any major key that you encounter. So in every major key, the one chord is going to be a major triad. Okay, so this is going to be a major triad right here, big M. Every major key, the two chord. Now notice how I pronounce it. I don't call it A2 or it's the two. We have to. That's just the typical way that we talk about Roman numerals. So the two chord, the three chord, the four chord. Okay, it's not the fifth chord. It's not the second chord. That's something different. This is specifically a proper name for each one. Okay, so the two chord is always going to be a minor key in a major key. Did I say minor key? I meant minor triad in any major key. The three chord is always going to be a minor triad. The four chord is always going to be a major triad. Five chord, another major triad. The six chord, a minor triad. You'll notice the seventh chord is the only one that's not major or minor. It's a diminished triad. Okay, so you'll notice if you look very carefully, we have all major or all minor triads based off of each one of the Roman numerals. Notice also there are no augmented triads. Again, the augmented triad, it exists, but it's not very commonplace, at least in a lot of the music that you'll look at. At least not functioning as importantly as these other, as major, minor, and diminished do. So again, you'll see that in any major key, the one chord is a major triad, the two chord is a minor triad, the three chord is a minor triad, the four chord is a major triad, and the five chord is a major triad, the six chord is a minor triad, and the seven chord is a diminished triad. This doesn't mean this can't change. You can add accidentals to mess with this, but without adding any extra accidentals in any major key, this is what you're going to see. The other nice thing about all of this is that you're going to spend a lot less time trying to build triads like you were before when it was out of context. So out of context, if you're asked to analyze any triad, you have to look at every note much more carefully than you would if you know it's within a given key, or even better if you assign Roman numerals to each one. Because you know if it's a five chord in C major, you know it's a major triad, so a lot of information is already given to you. So having it in context, diatonic like this, saves you a lot of time and a lot of trouble. So make sure that you more or less memorize this and know how they function and how they present within any major key.